Hi everybody, I'm Noelle Randall, and on today's show, we're going to be talking about the sexy topic of wholesaling paperwork. I'm sorry, I got to do it. People ask me, and I'm going to show you. Everyone wants to know what's the paperwork that's involved with wholesaling a deal. How do I figure it out? Let's go. That's what we're going to be talking about on today's show. Hi, this is Noelle Randall.
More great news for real estate investors.
How would you like to be a boss? I'm going to show you how. So let's talk about wholesaling now. Welcome back. So on today's show, again, we're going to be talking about the sexy topic of paperwork. Okay, so in wholesaling, there are some very important contracts, agreements, and assignment paperwork that you need to fill out. And on this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to do, tell you exactly how to fill it out so that you're covered, all of your disclaimers and disclosures are there, and you are ready to go and you have an actual deal that pays you money. All right, so let's get to it. So paperwork is simple. Okay, paperwork is simple in wholesaling. So many people think that this is really complicated stuff, but it's not complicated stuff, people. The paperwork in wholesaling is very simple. You just need to know what to do. And so there's two major pieces of paperwork that you're going to fill out, and I'm going to tell you how. The first one is the purchase agreement or the purchase and sale agreement, and then the second document is the assignment of purchase agreement. So your assignment. So you first, let's give you an overview. You get the paperwork, the purchase agreement signed by the seller, okay? They've signed it, they're ready to go, they've agreed to sell you the property. Now, you go to work marketing that. That's in another video. I'll put a link for it below, how to market your property once you get it. But then you market it, then you find a buyer, and the paperwork just requires you to assign that contract, that purchase agreement, to that end buyer. And you send all of it to the title company or the attorney, or you put it in escrow, depending on what state you're in. So again, this is not hard stuff, but let's go over it quickly so you understand every part, and you can do this really on your own, all right? So again, number one, you're gonna have the purchase agreement signed by the seller. Okay, so I'm going to put a link below. I'll give you a very general purchase agreement that I use in every state. Now again, I am not an attorney or a tax professional. That's my disclaimer. I'm not an attorney or a tax professional. So what you're going to need to do if you use this is you might want to get with your attorney or your tax professional to have them look over it to make sure it's okay for you and in your state. However, I am a real estate investor and I do use this contract in every state. And it is okay to use in every state as an investor. However, this is for educational purposes. So for your own sake, go ahead and have that, looked at by your own attorney. All right, so let me tell you some key words. So in the assignment, so then the next thing is the assignment agreement. All right, so again, the purchase agreement, super simple. It's below. You just fill it out, how much you're selling it for you, who's the buyer, who's the seller, how much. When you're closing, you put your option terms in there, and bam, now you got to go market that thing. You have an equitable interest in the property with your purchase agreement. Now you're going to go market that equitable interest in that property. Again, you're not selling a property here. You're selling the contract. You're selling your equitable interest, your interest, again, to buy the property. That is what you are selling. And you are selling that by doing an assignment of the contract for a fee. So you have an assignment agreement that you will fill out. Once you find someone to buy your contract, which again, I have already taught you that on your marketing video. This is not hard stuff. You find a good deal. Trust me, someone will want to buy it. But now we got to talk about how you get paid. How you get paid. This is where we make our money. So the assignment agreement, the assigner, you are the assigner. You are going to be assigning that property to someone else. The person that is buying that contract is the assignee. Okay, so just two simple terms. The assignor, you, the assignee, the person buying it. But again, remember, they're an investor. They're going to be fixing and flip it, or they're going to fix it and put a tenant in it. They're going to do something with the property. So you are selling, again, the right to buy that property, not that property. Be very clear in all of your disclosures and all of your disclaimers. I'll give you a couple below, but you want to be really clear with all parties, the seller and your end investor, your end buyer, that you are selling this contract, the right. You are not selling the property. You don't want to get into that where you're saying that you're selling the property, or you don't want to put in your advertising that you're selling the property per se. You don't need to do that. It's not necessary. So next part. So in the assignment agreement, it's going to say for the consideration of. For the consideration of. That's your assignment fee. That's where you would write $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, whatever your assignment fee is. That's the amount of consideration. That's what consideration is. It's money, okay? And so you want to fill in that line on your assignment agreement with your fee and then have it signed. You sign it, and your end buyer, investor, they sign it. Okay, now here's a little savvy trick. So this is Noelle telling you how to really get paid and how we do things differently. And the people that I mentor, why we get a lot of money quickly. What you want to do is get half of that fee up front from that investor, at least. You want to try to get all of it if you can, but if it's a $10,000 assignment fee, get $5,000 of it up front. Okay, now you got it, you got your money, and then you'll get the other half. So again, in the example, $10,000, you get half up front, you'll get the other half on the HUD-1 statement. You'll put it in your business name so you can legally accept those payments. I tell you how to do that, and then you're all set to go. And then what's going to happen is you're going to send that assignment agreement and that purchase agreement over to the title company, attorney's office, escrow, however you want to say it, whatever state you're in, and they take it from there. Bam. It's that simple. It's that simple. Write that below. Wholesaling paperwork is simple. This is not complicated stuff. It's important, okay? It's important that you do it the right way and you fill in all the blanks, but this is not hard stuff, people. This is not hard stuff, okay? So another part of the assignment agreement that's going to say, it's going to talk about that the agreement is binding. Okay, and there's also going to talk about indemnification. Indemnification to hold harmless. So what that means, and again, you check with your attorney and your tax professional, but I'm going to tell you what it means from my educational perspective, is that indemnification means that they, the end buyer, will hold you harmless. They will not sue you or come after you should the seller not want to sell the property to them. Okay, you'll return their money if that was the case, but they won't sue you, they won't come after you, they won't do anything. They'll hold you harmless. Because here's the fact. The seller could get upset that you're making money selling their property. However, they cannot really do anything about it. That purchase agreement that you have with them is legally binding. It is a valid contract. You said you were going to buy it. You have in the contract and or assigns, so they knew that you could assign it, and there's language in the contract that says that you have the legal right to assign your rights to buy that property to another person. So this is all above board, okay? And this is why this is a great business, and why what I'm telling you is something that you can make a lot of money with. A lot of people don't know this information. A lot of people are scared of this information. But you're watching this video, which tells me you are not. And you know that you can make a lot of money doing this if you do it the right way, which is what Noelle is telling you. You do it the right way, you make a lot of money, you fill out the paperwork correctly, and then you get paid. It's just that simple, okay? So hopefully you all understood everything that I said. You may need to rewind this video again. Remember to like this video, comment below. Wholesaling paperwork is simple. Make sure you put that comment below so you get it ingrained in your mind, and it's great for your learning. Then you also want to subscribe. Go ahead and check that little bell button so you know when my videos come each week, and you're always learning, but better yet, you're in action. Stay in action, people. All right, this is Noelle Randall, real estate entrepreneur, mentor, and mom of 5. I'll see you next time.